man has turned to the sea and to the life above and below it for adventure. Not content with surface thrills, man also invades the depths equipped with a diving hat, weight boots, dive suit, endless courage and curiosity as he moves into this airless fluid world. Join us as we explore the depths on this episode of Diving into the Past.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Diving into the Past. In this episode of Diving into the Past, we're going to look at two of the rarer helmets that came out of Santa Barbara, California in the 1960s. Both of these helmets are connected to the career of Bob Ratcliffe, a legendary helmet designer who became internationally known for his design of his rat hat. The first helmet we will look at will be this Helium demand helmet, built around the mid-60s on the Desco agar shell. And we will follow it with a second helmet, a very rare dual port rat hat. In the first episode of Diving into the Past, I showed you a Yokohama style J helmet that Bob Ratcliffe had converted to a Helium demand helmet for general offshore divers. We noted that this model was probably the second one built for general offshore divers, and that Bob's close friend, Lat Hadelman, felt that only 10 to maybe 20 of these Helium demand helmets were ever built. These few were the first of the pioneering helmets of commercial mixed gas diving. They were used during the 1960s, primarily by Dan Wilson's general offshore divers and then Ocean Systems. Over the years, I have encountered 6 of these helmets, 2 on Yokohama J shells and 4 on Desco shells. The Helium demand helmet we are showing here is on a Desco agar helmet, serial number 1046, and it has survived in excellent condition. It retains its original agar top and side ports and exhaust system. A Lexan faceplate has been installed and a single lashing eye installed on the breastplate. The communications housing is a US Navy Mark V style, and one of the inlet elbows on the back of the bonnet is from a USN Mark V Schrader helmet. The plumbing for the demand system is slightly different from the Yokohama we showed in episode 1. This model still has the Sportsways Hydronaut second stage regulator installed. These few Helium demand helmets that launched commercial mixed gas diving were soon replaced in the industry by the Helium recirculator helmets. Bob Ratcliffe started developing his prototype rat hat in 1966, and it was used by Cal Dive, a Santa Barbara dive company of which he was a co-founder. As Bob started to build more helmets, he formed a company called the Ocean Development Corporation. His single-port rat hat was quite a sophisticated helmet. It had both free flow and demand capability, clear communications, and by using his experience in building the earlier Helium demand helmets, it also had mixed gas capability. As internationally acclaimed as the original rat hat has become, Bob's other rat hat model has received hardly any recognition. This other helmet is a 2-port free-flow helmet, which Bob's company advertised as the dual-port rat hat. It is shown here alongside an original rat hat in the Ocean Development Corporation sales catalog of the period. In 1969, Bob became one of the founders of Oceaneering, and that company eventually acquired the Ocean Development Corporation and production of the rat hat from Bob. The rat hat was then only available solely to Oceaneering divers. Today, the rat hat is much sought after by historians and collectors around the world, and very few of them ever appear for sale. Even harder to find than the standard rat hat is the dual-port rat hat, and it appears only a few of them were ever built. Bob was recently clearing out his workshop and found some, but not all, of the old parts needed to reassemble the dual-port rat hat that we have here. Although the helmet is incomplete, it shows well externally as a display item and is different from the single-port rat hat in several ways. The bottom neck ring locates to the bonnet neck ring with a pin at the back of the ring. The neck ring cams have spring-loaded lock pins at their ends which lock into place on the bonnet neck ring. The bottom ring is stamped in 2 locations with the number 5, which may be a serial number for the helmet or just a part number for the ring. The top port frame guard doubles as a carrying handle. It has been difficult to find any period images of a dual port rat hat, and I am indebted to HDS USA members Valerie and Kirk Marshall for locating this advert for the Commercial Diving Center. It is from the March 1979 issue of Skin Diver magazine, and it shows a yellow dual port rat hat. More detailed information on the career of Bob Ratcliffe and his rat hats can be found in issues 65 and 66 of the Journal of Diving History, available from the HDS USA